Welcome to Occult Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom. Siddhidatri, the ninth day of Durga Puja, the occult reward of Pragyan Chakra, all the wisdom which we can get to do wonderful things, supernatural, they all are given by Siddhidatri only. The divine declaration, whenever there is a decline in dharma, righteousness, I take the birth in Bharat to eliminate evil, unrighteousness, and re-establish the divine design of nature. This is a divine declaration. And I do believe divine energy takes place, not human being as such, but all the people who take birth again. They are human beings who have gone through education, enlightenment, and empowerment, and then they go to improve their work and declare everything in tune with universal consciousness. This is something can be done by only perfect, integrated, honest human beings who are in tune with universal consciousness. And that is reincarnation. And I do admit I have taken many births to come to Divyang, the divine design of nature. And I remember most of the events which took place, and I can experience that within my physical body. From that angle, I'm talking about the creation of goddess Durga. Since we are talking through Durga Puja, there are 10 days. She was created by divine nature to eliminate the demons and free the three spheres of the universe, Bhumi, Antariksh, and heaven. Now, goddess Durga was created with 18 arms like Adi Prashakti, and she was created with every force of the universal. All the things which are Ved Upanishads were present within her. She represented universal consciousness completely as a perfect divine being. And that I agree. And she is a perfect representation of the periodic table which modern science is talking about. Now, spiritual science and modern science together. Now, in this particular picture, you can see a divine mathematics of 7 periods, which is beautiful in maths, and 18 groups, and that is another thing. And first period has got only 2, second has got 10 last, and third one has got 18, and then 36, etc., etc., etc. This is a beautiful divine mathematics which I would be talking maybe another couple of days as a separate one thing, entire thing which the world should know. Now come to the question, after being made the goddess Durga, after eliminating Mahishasura and all the other demons, asuras, she decided to take birth again as a Vaishnavi, and she dissolved her form of goddess as Agni in the universe and took birth in Kanyakumari, and from there she has moved on to Trikuta mountain. This is a picture of Akhand Bharat. You can see Kanyakumari at bottom, the most part which represents Muladhara Chakra. From there she has moved on to Trikuta mountain where she is there. Now Trikuta mountain, I see Trikuta mountain as one as a Lord Brahma, another Lord Vishnu, another Lord Shiva. They represent the Trinity Tridev, and this is what Sanatana Dharma is talking about. But I also see a divine mathematics in that. The mathematics of Brahma is 22 by 21, Vishnu is 10, the Sartar, and 0.344 are the Panchbhutas of Shiva. These three put together become 1.618034, and that is the most beautiful design of the world. Now come to Mata Vaishno Devi. She is incarnation of goddess Durga. She is represented in the cave temple as Mahasivaratri, as a white, pink quartz, as a knowledge goddess. Center you have Mahalakshmi, consort of Lord Vishnu, the wealth of wisdom, prosperity, everything as such. Third is a black color, goddess Moksha, consort of Lord Shiva, and giving the freedom from all the constraints of life. In other words, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Dattatreya, Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, and Durga, they represent the universal core value, and that is important for each and every one to realize to become a perfect human being. Unless and we experience all the 8 of us within ourselves, we can't really become perfect within ourselves. Then comes to the question of Mata Vaishno Devi temple is 5.5 feet, like the Tattriya, 3 heads of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali with the body, and that is what Vaishno Devi temple is. Now we also talk about 10 Mahavidyas, and many people, whatever they call it, to me, Durga's picture with 10 representations of 10 forms of knowledges which are absolutely essential, and same thing is Vishnu's Dasa Avatar. Now, Mata Vaishno Devi is the goddess reincarnation of goddess Durga. She represents Agni Bhuta, oxygen, 8 protons and 8 electrons. She is meditating to become goddess Gayatri with 10 protons and 10 electrons as such, and also regain her position as Durga with 18 arms. That's what she is doing there. Now comes to the question, Gayatri with 10 is Gayatri represents inert matter of neutron, because entire solar system and spiral galaxy and all the human beings what we are have come from neon 21 only, and neon 21 has come from argon 40. And once this understood, then you can understand neon 21 has 10 protons, 11 electrons and 10 this. 10 plus 11 plus 10 is equal to 31.3, which are equivalent to 10.34419. It's amazing mathematics. Similarly, 10.344 into 10.34 is 108. These are the divine mathematics which are going to talk about little more precise in another thing very shortly on Vijayadashmi. Now the goddess Shailputri is the first thing. She is the daughter of Himalaya. She represents ice, the solid form of water, and that is Muladhara. And she is also the Mahatantra Vidya from the very beginning. She represents 38.1966% of the core value. And this is a solid element as such in Muladhara Chakra. Now come to the shape of Sat Chakra Nirupana, Akhand Sutra and neuroscience as such. Now come to the question of second brahmachari. I have understand very clearly center of procreation, reproduction, intelligence and everything is connected only with the sacral parasympathetic Swadhisthana chakra, and that is the water which is 61.803. That is bring the dynamism as such. Anyone who is a perfect man and woman, they are full of water and testosterone, estrogen, and once this is there, they are the people who work with that, rise with testosterone, estrogen to the higher level, become intelligent, super intelligent, and be in tune with universal consciousness. Entire benefit of moving is with Swadhisthana chakra, testosterone, estrogen as such. Then this is a picture of lam and worm, and of course the 4 to 6 and neuroscience as such, that is from ojas for physical health, muscles, skeletal, smooth, cardiac, and also RBC, oxygen, hemoglobin. Other thing is done only by Swadhisthana chakra itself. Ojas to tejas comes from Swadhisthana chakra. That rises up inside the Sushma Nadi to Vani, and you have literally gone up to become more intelligent as a brahmachari, because that is what great character is. It has nothing to do with sexual energy. It is a sexual energy to convert into character which cannot be pointed or pushed by any individual. Now come to the question. The third day of Durga Puja is what? Agni, solid earth to water to Agni, the fire element. And this is connected with Nabhi Chakra, and that gives you the emergency survival come what may. Once you reach that level, and I am talking about not only Durga reaching that, it is every human being is designed with the same thing. Once you come to this level, nobody will be able to kill you. You will have the power of 10 survivals, come what may. Then come to the fourth is Kushmanda, the fourth day of Durga Puja, the science of Manipura Chakra. This is where next stage comes up. Ingestion of water, nutrition, electrolytes and all the vitamin etc. absolutely essential for sustenance of the body. And first this is required absolutely. So going to fourth level is absolutely and this is with Manipura chakra, which such chakra Nirvana does not talk about it, but is absolutely essential for supply of water, nutrients and other things as such, otherwise body cannot survive. And this is a picture which says that this is 12 chakras, because 10 12 comes, there's 12 nerves from 6 lower thoracic vertebrae, and that's it. Then come to the Skambanda, is the 5th day of Durga Puja, which is with Vayu, solid, water, Agni, to the Vayu, air element. Now you rising up higher, and that is with Anahata Chakra. When come to Anahata Chakra, it gives you more immunity through thymus. And thymus can be potent even in 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100 plus plus. And anyone whose thyroid is crippled, that man would never have any difficulty in any problem. His antibodies levels and immune system will be very strong. Now at the same time, when you come to the lungs part and heart part, that's the time you absorb 100% oxygen from the nature, and then expel out 61.803. You have come to the exchange of Vayu at this particular stage, initiation of oxygen and excretion of 61.8 of carbon dioxide. Then come to the Katyayani, the 6th stage of Durga is again solid, water, Agni, Vayu. Now come to the heat, is the 5th element, which is there in Vishuddhi chakra in the throat region. When I think of that, just remember this picture, Sat Chakra Nirupana is talking Hum and 16, and also the Akhand, and also Neelkant of Lord Shiva is representing that beautiful work in churning of ocean, that thyroid and parathyroid gland, detox, purification, also the use iodine to purify all the organisms inside and outside, also convert that into thyroid to produce optimum heat in the body by burning out triglyceride and breakdown of protein products, and that heat will make sure that in summer your body is not feeling hot, in winter you are not feeling cold, and that is what yoga is all about. Now come to Kalratri is the 7th day of Durga Puja, the divine night of Ajna Chakra, that shows this asteroid belt. All the things are broken down. That is inhibition, and that is how it is also said in that Kalratri day, Raktabij was killed, whose each drop of blood could become a body. And that is exactly what asteroid belt is. That is a space between Mars and Jupiter, and that is what Ajna Chakra is. Although it has only 2, but actually it should have 28, because the distance of asteroid belt from Sun is 420 to 20 millions, divided by 15 is equal to 20. That's how I have designed the mathematics. It's not 2 but 28 petals. And you can see only 2, but I said there are 28, and it is associated as we go up to the anterior and posterior pituitary only. When come to the pituitary, you can show this particular thing, you have gone up to the Hamsa, to other thing, and also to realize that all stimulating hormones which are required for the body are produced in anterior pituitary and stored in posterior, and they do wonderful job. Then comes to question of Mahanatri, the 8th day of the Gauri Puja, and that is the brilliance of Vigyan Chakra. You have come to the stage of Vigyan Chakra, and which gives you the light inside the brain itself. And in the process, the Kundalini would have moved from Muladhara Chakra into Brahma Granthi and to the Vaikuntha, and that is only where Vigyan Chakra comes, and that is where you can truly come to the stage that your hypothalamus is going to give you the light there. That is where intelligence comes up. So you are literally Mahigauri, the white brilliance from Vigyan Chakra, which is hypothalamus. Now you can see anterior pituitary and hypothalamus put together at the 8th stage. This is where autonomic nervous system and endocrine system come together to give us the wisdom which we need. And this you can see very clearly, both Ajna Chakra and Vigyan Chakra put together. Vigyan Chakra, Sat Chakra does not talk about it, and it has got 52 petals like Sanskrit. Then come to the subject for the day. We are going to talk about Siddhidatri only. You are literally come to the stage of 9th day of Durga Puja and reward our Siddhi or occult power of Pragyan Chakra from Muladhara Chakra to Swadhisthana Chakra to Navi Chakra to Manipura Chakra to Anahata Chakra to Vishuddhi, Ajna, Vigyan, now to Pragyan. Pragyan means wisdom, imperial wisdom, and anything and everything you get only when you come to that particular stage. And it is associated with Pragyan Chakra. Now you are going to show you step by step why Pragyan Chakra gives you the Siddhi powers. And once you do, everyone, males or females, reach the concentration of Siddhidatri, you literally become super intelligent in all the occult powers. And once you reach that level, whatever comes to your mind would materialize. And this picture shows very clearly you have the 9th level. It's also the picture of centrosome or centriole as such, and also the pine. And that is the structure of pine gland which is there. And that is the highest endocrine gland which produces. I'm going to talk about the things as such as, but at the same time, the Antaratma would have risen to the ventricles of the brain and stimulating the pineal gland and producing melatonin, and that is something one by one I'm going to show you that beauty of this particular center of consciousness, which is the 9th level, which is going to give you the power of the highest power as you move on. Now this particular picture I'm going to show you. Pineal gland is an endocrine gland. It produces melatonin and darkness. It is responsible for circadian rhythm of sleep and wakefulness. It is associated with planet Saturn. The distance of lotus pond, our number of petals is 96. That means the distance of Saturn from center of the sun is 1440 million kilometers. 1440 million kilometers divided by 15 million kilometers is equivalent to 96, and that's it. And the central autonomic nervous system comes to control there. There you have a higher levels of consciousness coming up. Both sympathetic system from cervical one is responsible for stimulating pineal gland and releasing these hormones like melatonin, also endorphin and encephalic, etc., which give you the power whatsoever. There is another thing very closely associated with pineal gland, Pragyan Chakra, and this particular center is a snake which has pineal gland. It is a Nagmani, and that parietal's photosynthesis, and it can see anything beautifully. Entire 10 dimension can be seen there, and that is the third eye of Lord Shiva. Enlightenment, you are literally come to the third eye of Lord Shiva. Consciousness, Nagmani, enlightenment, empowerment, other thing. Known to visualize the indwelling soul comes there, and you can see that beautifully so well. Only unless that you have an experience, it will not be easy to even comprehend that. Now come to the question of center. In this you can see the energy is moving up. There is a ventricle, third ventricle, and in the third ventricle is the pineal gland on the back side, and you can see the picture, and this is where intuition start rising from that point at all. Till such time you could be very intelligent, buddhi, but mahat, intuition, enlightenment, empowerment comes only from the pineal gland. When soul comes in front of this and revives the pineal gland and makes the pineal gland see all the things within the body, feel, experience, and translate it to something which is required. I think that is pragyan. That is what Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about. Ultimate objective of yoga, stop the fluctuation mind, is to come to pragyan, the absolute impeccable wisdom. Now this picture I am showing you. Now you can see the pineal, anterior and posterior pituitary down. You can see the hypothalamus, but within the center you can see the third ventricle, and you can also see the neurons around this. And once Atma or Antaratma or Kundalini or Aditi comes there, she is able to stimulate all these neurohormones close by. They produce enkephalin and endorphins. As a result, you will experience Satchit Anand completely. And everything comes to that stage. See, like Anamay Kosh, Pranmay Kosh, Manamay Kosh, Vigyanmay Kosh to Anandmay Kosh you experience in this particular stage only. And that is what Antaryog is. That is third ventricle, which only person has to experience himself completely within this before he comes to a higher consciousness of divine forces later. Will we talk about it as we come to that particular state? Now I am showing you the picture of Nagmani, the gem of cobra snake. You can see the cobra snake, there is turn, and that is a gem, and everyone is trying to get that, and that is Lord Shiva's thing. That is it, everything comes. Once you come to realize that in the eyes, through pineal gland, you come to the stage that you can see the wonders of wonders, you can imagine wonders, you can have the vision of past, present, and future. You can be in universal consciousness. There is no difficulty for the person at that particular stage to experience events, even the dilute, minute things which a person has done in many janmas. That picture becomes very clear. And based on that picture, slowly, step by step, he starts rising, and in the process he can come to the most versatile thing like Divyang, and then symbolic representation, different languages, science, spiritual coming together, all the bridges are together, and that person has all the powers to manifest anything and everything. And that's where Siddhidatri is very clear. You come to that stage, you come to pineal gland, you come to Nagmani, and you come to the stage to get the power. If you happen to say Tatha Astu, it is done. Even the event divine forces will not stop because you are the walking, talking encyclopedia. That is what Tathastu is all about. Getting Tathastu from the core of the Antaratma of the person who is going to say that. You feel blessed and you will be transferred. Even wonders of wonders will start happening, and that's it. And I do believe this is the most rewarding thing and the 9th day of Durga Puja, and I think take it. Work for it, reach that level, get all the knowledge, Gyan, Vigyan, Pragyan, Akhandata, everything. Reveal to the world perfect mathematics, perfect physics, perfect chemistry, perfect biology, and perfect medical sciences. These are the core subjects which will subject from school, college, university should be known. And this is the subject for only those people who are intelligently looking at science and the scientists looking at spirituality, both put together. You got to go through this process of Tantra Vidya and Mantra Vidya, Yantra Vidya, and also the Ganit Vidya as such. And also the one which I'll be talking about maybe another day or two would be the Ankit Vidya, the science of mathematics, of the knowledge of numbers, and how numbers were revealed by the divine nature from 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 81, 99, and also the many other numbers. Literally everything is a Ank, including even Divya Ank is a constant, and the numbers, and that number would show what is the divine number with divine mathematics of the nature has used to show how Devyank and other forms of mathematics all will be connected with that as one part. Once you come to that stage, that will come only after you reach this level and go to next stage and then come to that particular stage. And you are literally going to see something in due course of time. Now come to the last picture. You can see all the chakras there in the center. You have Sushma Nadi, you have Ida and Pingla. Within you have Vani Nadi, you have Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi, and Brahma Nadi, and the Venkat. You have Muladhara Chakra, you have Swadhisthana Chakra, you have Navi Chakra, you have Manipura Chakra, and you are literally come to Anahata Chakra, Vishuddhi Chakra. Also you come to Ajna Chakra, Vigyan Chakra, Pragyan Chakra, and then you are going to go to next Sahasrara Chakra. Before going to Sahasrara Chakra, you are going to go to Occult Chakra, which is the 10th level, which you are going to talk about it tomorrow. And then we will go to the further height of Sahasrara Chakra and see the entire divine mathematics as an Ankit, Ankit. And let's wait and see. But I think in this picture you are going to see things moving. The stage is a very good get occult power. But I have warning to everybody. Occult powers are given to the people for this, but no one should use it more than once or twice only. More than two times, first for experiment, second for confirmation, third time is a decline thereafter. You cannot go further thereafter. Maximum time you can use a siddhi is only two times. One, to experience it; second, to confirm it; third, never use it. Anyone who does, he will rise higher and higher. If somebody is going to use that again and again in siddhi power, you are going to have, because it's a block for you to go further. And this is warning I'm saying. Siddhi power, ninth level, natural. One, experience it; second, confirm it; third, never use it. And once you make it, only then you go to higher and higher levels of consciousness, and that is what spiritual science is all about. And once you start doing that step by step, I can assure you, you'll have a wonderful life thereafter. And I think that's enough for the day. Thank you very much. We'll move on to second stage, next stage, and thereafter, then you see the comprehension, how beautiful is the human life, how wonderful work we can get, how we can remove all the misconceptions, myths which the world is going through the education, rectify and give the perfect knowledge from school, college, university. And that is what I am trying to do as a siddhi power from divine question, to have money, name, fame, anything, but not be bonded with anything. No bandish, nothing. And not play into the hands of anybody. Money should be an asset used for good things for yourself and other things. Same thing for name and fame to become popular. But nothing should bond you with anybody, totally non-aligned. Once non-aligned with thing only for perfect work to rectify thing, go to Satya Yuga. If that is the objective, that is Siddhi. I will take you to Akhandata, and I think that is required. Having done that, let me tell you, you are going to enjoy as we move on. Thank you very much.